everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our the level 50 Leatherworker quest. Except no imitations, as we finish off this very, very stressful questline with Jiva. Last time we had to exit the exhibition, because we have simply been just overwhelmed with orders, and the guild has just not been able to keep up. So Jiva, what's your plan? What are we up to today? Jiva appears to be very, very happy to see you. Oh, for the love of... Satora, you picked a fine time to show up, and for once I'm not being sarcastic. I'm in quite the predicament here, and you just might be able to help. What sort of predicament, you ask? Only the sort in which I have several hundred deliveries to make before the next bell, despite having just the 2 legs you see. Withdrawing from the exhibition has freed me to devote my efforts to filling guild commissions. That is all well and good. The problem is that I now have more clients than ever, none of whom take kindly to being kept waiting. Bah, for every moment we waste chatting, we risk losing a valued customer. Make yourself useful and take this choker to a client waiting at the Whistling Miller, on the double. Okay, yikes, hundreds? Within the next bell. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, well then we're just gonna have to go as fast as we can, not quite far enough to justify using the Aetheryte. Let's get this choker over to its destination, and, I'm glad that by the next bell is not an actual hard time limit because, 4 minutes? 3 minutes? 2 minutes? Hello, Dawid. From the guild, yes? Have you come to deliver my choker? I have indeed. Ah, true guild quality as ever, yet all the time and effort put into this piece is painfully evident in the overwrought nature of its design. We've only just met, but you strike me as a smart young woman. Hence my offer. What say you bid farewell to your fruitless life as Jiva's lapdog and come work for me? Who am I, you ask? Why, none other than the founder and proprietor of Angerbotha Apparel and Accoutrement, Gridania's premier producer of leather goods. As a clever woman like you has doubtless surmised, many of your more ambitious colleagues have already abandoned the Leatherworkers Guild to bring their prodigious talents to Angerbotha. And why wouldn't they? Who wants to waste precious hours learning how to stitch the perfect seam when a serviceable one will suffice? Not I, that's for certain. Angerbotha products are just as durable as Jiva's overrated rubbish, crafted in half the time for a fraction of the cost. Should you have any doubts, I invite you to come by the exhibition and judge for yourself. Such a shame that the Leatherworkers Guild will be absent from the competition. I was so looking forward to defeating dear Jiva this year. Ah, well, for all her faults, clearly the woman had sense enough to see that she was fighting a lost cause. Ta-ta, friend, and remember my offer. So that's why people have been leaving. You've been poaching the ones who are, who may be a little admittedly overworked. Jiva, you do need to definitely work on improving in that regard, but... What self-respecting leatherworker would willingly go to work for a place which prides themselves on half-assed work? Sure, it doesn't need to be perfect, but if you truly care about your craft, you should at least be striving to do better. You're back, Satora, not a moment too soon. I've just heard a most distressing rumor. Word about town is that renowned leatherworkers from across the realm are withdrawing from the exhibition at an alarming rate. Should this continue, Angerbotha will have a clear course to win top honors. Curses, it pains me enough that I cannot represent our guild in the contest, but the thought that those talentless hacks could claim the prize that is rightfully ours. What's that? That would have Angerbotha was declined to commission that choker? If I had known, I'd have delivered it in person and taken the payment out of his lousy hide. Oh yes, the two of us go back quite a ways. He was an adventurer and aspiring leatherworker, not unlike yourself, Satora. We had a bit of a falling out, though. I remember it like it was yesterday. He strolled through that door wearing a shite-eating grin and holding a jerkin that looked like it had come out of the wrong end of an alt goat. I told him as much, and the next moment he ran back out the door, bawling like a child. That was the last I saw of him. His sorry efforts weren't worth the hide they were made from, and now he fancies himself a fashion magnate. Small wonder that Angerbotha attire looks like something even a goblin would be ashamed to wear. Okay, a little bit racist. The sad state of affairs is that not all customers are so discerning. What's worse, if Angerbotha takes top honors at the exhibition, then their wasteful practices will be vindicated. Slipshod craftsmanship and butchery will become the norm. I will not allow this to happen. Satora, listen carefully, for I mean to give you your most challenging task yet, if not ever. You are to represent the Leatherworkers Guild at the exhibition and put that charlatan in his place. A raptor skin jerkin of peerless quality melded with a gatherer's grass material of the 3rd grade. This will be your submission. No simple task, but as one who's taken our lumps and paid our dues, I believe that you have it in you. The exhibition is to be held at Miketo's amphitheater. Estain has been charged with accepting submissions. Once your work is complete, deliver it to her with all speed. Alright, let's do this. We need a raptor skin jerkin, high quality, with a 3rd tier gatherer's grass materia. Let's see, so for this, boar leather. Oh gosh, I don't have Teamcraft open. Oops. Oh well, I know where all these come from well enough. Boar leather we can get from Alaman, which we can mine up in East Thanlin. God, okay, I actually do rely on Teamcraft more than I care to admit. We need Alaman, which we can mine up in Eastern Thanlin. Actually, hang on, let me... There we go. Just 1 element from East Thanlin, we can get it from mining. Boar hide, we need 1, we can get it from boars out in the East Shroud's Bramble Patch. Raptor skin, we can get from grass raptors out in Eastern Lenosia, over by the path to Upper Lenosia near Wineport. Black element, we can mine up in South Shroud to the southeast of Quarry Mill. Fleece, we need 2 of it, we can get from Ornery Caracles in central Kurthis to the south of Camp Dragonhead. Snurble Tufts we can get from Golden Fleece in eastern Thanlin on the Burning Wall. Effervescent Water we can mine up in the South Shroud. Rock Salt we can mine up in central Thanlin. Electrum Ore we can mine up in Upper Lenosia. We need 20 Earth Shards, 10 Wind Shards, 5 Lightning Shards, 2 Water Shards. Then from there we can pre-craft 1 Boar Leather, 2 Raptor Leather, 1 Undyed Felt. Okay, it's just Fleece, Snurble Tufts, Natron, and 1 Natron coming from the Effervescent Water and Rock Salt. And then pre-craft 1 Electrum Ingot. Well, that was a bit of a mess. I forgot to open up Teamcraft this morning. It's perfectly fine. I know it well enough. Just would have gone a little bit smoother if I had had it open. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish up this jerkin. Go ahead and stick that materia on it. I did have to purchase this materia off the market board. I didn't have any on hand. But that is fine. Gatherer's Girdit. Nope. We're looking for Gatherer's Grass. 3rd tier. And now, let's get to Estain. Make that delivery and win this exhibition. Alright, there you are, Estain. Hello! What's that you say? You wish to submit one of your works for the exhibition? Then pray hand it over without delay. The judging is about to commence. Yeah, sorry, this was running a little bit late. Consider yourself fortunate. Had you come about later, the contest would have already been over. I must say I am relieved. There are far fewer entrants in this year's exhibition compared to past ones. And when I heard that the Leatherworkers Guild would not be participating, then you'll be happy to hear that our plans have changed. Guildmaster Jiva, do tell me that you've decided to compete after all. Our guild will be represented, yes, but by Satora here. What an unexpected turn of events, but I must hurry. The exhibition is about to begin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. The judging for best leather apparel will now commence. It would seem that an unprecedented number of last-minute withdrawals have left us with precious few candidates worthy of top honors. Nevertheless, will proceed as planned. Our next finalist is this lovely raptor skin jerkin, painstakingly crafted by an artisan of Angerbotha apparel and accoutrements. Judges, if you would. The cut is rugged, yet serviceable. It would seem that numerous skins were layered to afford maximum protection. Function over form. A lancer cannot help but applaud such craftsmanship. The tanning work is clumsy, but the sturdiness of the piece cannot be denied. In times of war, speed and practicality are virtues. I would say that it is worthy of consideration. As wasteful as ever, I see. How many raptors did you butcher to create that misshapen mess? Ah, Jiva, fancy meeting you here. Stand back and watch as that misshapen mess is named Best in Show. Our next and final piece is this last-minute entry from the Leatherworkers Guild. Ah, I see we added glitter to it. You look pale, Dowid. What's the matter? I take it you weren't expecting actual competition. Why, this is positively stunning! One can almost feel the raptor's very life force exuding from this jerkin. Not a single seam out of place and not a single cut of the hide wasted. This piece was clearly crafted with a profound respect for the beast whose life was taken to create it. It offers superior protection to the Angerbotha piece while at the same time allowing for greater freedom of movement. This jerkin would be a proud addition to any archer's armory chest. In my line of work, I have seen many an adventurer come and go. Rare is the one who possesses the aptitude and diligence demonstrated by the creator of this piece. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that we have a consensus. By unanimous vote, the award for Best Leather Apparel goes to Satora of the Leatherworkers Guild for her exquisite raptor skin jerkin. Dowid of Angerbotha Apparel, I presume. We are investigating numerous accusations of harassment, extortion, counterfeiting, and poaching. If you'd be so kind as to come with us so that we might discuss these allegations in private. Well, Satora, it seems our work here is done. Let us return to the guild. Damn. He got real good. Yeah, it turns out he was in fact committing many crimes. It kind of seemed like he might be. It's kind of implied that he's the one responsible for how overwhelmed the Leatherworkers Guild has been with commissions lately. I'm not surprised, given his wasteful practices, that he was committing so many other crimes to support his shitty business, but God, it's satisfying to see him get got. I must confess, Satora, until I saw your jerkin with my own eyes, I was not entirely convinced you had it in you. But you did. From this day forth, I am proud to call you not apprentice, but peer. As for me, I can finally return to my own work free of headaches and distractions. Though, as luck would have it, we have a veritable legion of erstwhile Angerbotha defectors knocking at our door looking to rejoin our ranks. They think their false tears and trite words of remorse will earn them my pity. Ha! I'll send them straight on their way and lop a square off their hindquarters for good measure. Or so I once might have done, but who among us has not erred? Even I have been known to make mistakes, albeit rarely. And so I'll give these turncloaks a second chance, but mark my words, any who so much as thinks of crossing me again can look forward to a new life as a subligar. The life of a guildmaster is fraught with frustration, yet I would gladly deal with 1,000 hapless apprentices for even the slimmest hope of seeing one flourish as you have. With your triumph at the exhibition, your goods are sure to be in demand across Eorzea, but you must never forget how you achieved your success. Unflagging dedication to your craft and a deep respect for the lives you must take to perform it. Remember always the values of Fenyi, and I have no doubt that you will do us proud wherever you go. And that is the end of the Leatherworker questline for A Realm Reborn. Hey, Jiva has chilled a little bit. She's gotten a little bit better. Hopefully she continues to get better. Next Leatherworker quest will become available once we hit Heavensward. And with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I believe it's time for our next main story quest with Come Into My Castrum. I'll see everyone next time for that.